Hello, everyone. Welcome to More We Talk. We talk football. The game has finished, and surprisingly, Chelsea is still going. We're still going. So, one down, one to go. I can't believe it. This thing might actually happen. We might actually qualify for the Champions League. Okay, match review. Notice I am happy but not really excited. I'm happy because one, we actually won the game and it's like halfway there, 1 foot into the Champions League, pending the last game of the season. So right now it's bracing up for an actual finale between Chelsea and Nottingham Forest. I am not so excited because, to be very honest with you, as I would love to be, I always want to be, I give you my own opinion, and I'm 100% honest, and you too, you could give your own opinion in the comment section and I will interact with all of you. Yes. The game was not good. Let's be honest. We won objective target hit, yes. That's why I'm happy. That's why it seems like I've come with a bit of energy. But the game was not good. There were a few standouts. In fact, there were actually, I don't know how to describe it, but there were some standout performances from certain players. Cucurella, I really like his game. He's really looking like a clutch player for us lately, and I'm like, okay, if the attack won't do it, let the defense do it. I'm okay with it, but I'm not happy with it because our attack has been abysmal. Yes, and in fact, this leads me straight to culprit number one. Culprit number one, I would have to say, is Enzo Maresca. Enzo Maresca, we basically played with 10 men today. Why do I say that? Because Tariq George was simply marked out of the game completely. And you can't blame him. He's a little guy, standing next to the likes of Maguire. Maguire is a huge fella, taller than him on top of that. And they just kept on spamming crosses in. I'm like, what do you want the guy to do? Fly? He's a little guy. And I'm very sure Enzo Maresca saw this, as we all did. And which leads me to one of the things that the Leicester fans said about Enzo Maresca when he first walked through the door. That the man can be so stuck in his ways. And he can be so stubborn. I kept on saying it throughout this game. I was like, look, I don't care, even if it means you bringing in a Dewsbury Hall and you push Enzo a little further and push Pedro Neto up front as the striker. Better. I was okay with that happening than watching Tariq George just suffer up front. But the obvious choice was Lavia. I kept on saying it. Let Lavia come into this game. Let Lavia come into this game and take Tariq George out because that boy is just suffering up front. This did not happen until the 80th minute. Well, back to the first half. The game begins and it's like we don't really want it. The game just kept on dragging and before we knew what was going on, Maguire, was it Maguire? I think it was Maguire, hits the ball and it goes in 1-0. I actually applauded them. I will not lie. I actually applauded because I was so disgusted with the lackluster behavior of Chelsea, our players. Lucky us, the goal got cancelled. VAR calls the referee's attention and it was an offside, rightfully so. And we kept on playing. looking for that space, and we kept on spamming crosses, and Tariq George just kept on getting muscled out, chance after chance. Caicedo, I give kudos to Caicedo. Caicedo is one of the standout performers of the game. I like Caicedo's game. Palmer, he did have one good shot though, which was surprisingly stopped by Onana. And I'm like, wow, Onana, if you've been saving like this all through the season, you guys won't be 16th, no? But yeah, Palmer takes the shot. Beautiful save by Onana. Yes, it was offside on the rebound, but my goodness, Enzo, what a miss. Moving on from that, because it was offside. Another culprit, I would have to say, is Madueke. Madueke, I don't know what the problem is. Oh my goodness, the guy misfired today. There was this chance that was given to him by Cole Palmer. Slid in a pass, beautiful pass by the way. And all he had to do was just hit the ball on target. Because Onana had already dived the wrong way. It was practically an empty net. And Madueke still somehow managed to fumble it. I'm just all over the place right now because that didn't happen in the first half. That happened in the second half. The first half, for me, the game was a drag, and I did not like the first half. In fact, I was already predicting a draw because this fixture has the most draws regardless of form. So I was looking at this game and I was like, it looks like we might have to take a draw, guys. And if we take a draw, you know what that means. Champions League, sayonara. So the first half ends, and look, I was just deflated, man. I was deflated. Second half begins. Once again, Maresca, no changes, and we keep going with the flow, practically playing 10 men, and this is how bad the game was, because right now I'm trying to wobble my head through what's really the highlights, the peak performances of this game, and I really can't see much. Yeah, kudos to Amorim. I didn't think he'd have the balls to actually field a strong starting 11, but he did that. It was a big risk though, because injuries can happen, and you have a final on Wednesday with your season-defining match on Wednesday, so it was a risk, because if any of their players had picked an injury, and I see a lot of Man U fans, they're like, we need to win, we need to get away from 39 points. I'm like, what are you going to do with 39 points? Seriously. So sorry that they won't need to go into that 40 points bracket. I'm like, what are you going to do with 40 points? Seriously. Your season is on Wednesday next week. What is your business? Anyway, I'm just bantering. Yeah, I'm just bantering. I get it, the beef. It's the Premier League way, where some club that really has nothing to do just wants to spoil the party of another. I get that. So the game continues, and I'm watching Reece James. Reece James took a knock, and at that point I was like, look, Reece is gone. This is it, man. Reece is gone. And surprisingly, Reece James actually did come back into the game. And I'm like, oh, wow, he did. Impressive. And I'm hearing that this is the first 19 minutes game he's played for us in a while, I think, or this season. I was like, wow, kudos to you. I'm getting there to his assist. So there was one save, a shot by Ahmad. Beautiful save by Sanchez, by the way. And Sanchez, fair play. You did well today. I'm impressed. I will not lie, there were moments where you had the ball and I was shaky, because on one end is one terrible goalkeeper, on the other end is another catastrophic goalkeeper. So it's like, who's going to fumble first? Yeah, in the second half, Tariq George was brought down or seemingly brought down, and we thought it was a penalty. From the first glance, I looked at that thing and I was like, nah, it's not penalty. It's not a pen. It's not a pen. Nice try, by the way, Tariq, but it was not a pen. And any fan out there that's saying it's a pen, you really need your glasses, man. I got mine on. It's not a pen. I wish, this is just me, wishful thinking, because this is where experience comes in. If Terry George had gotten a hold of the ball or pulled the ball back just in time, Onana clashes with him. I'm just saying. So, game goes on, and I'm just going to skim right through it here. So, the ball comes to Reece James. Reece James with a lovely, when they say class is permanent, injury or not, James, brother, you are class. And it showed today. Take nothing away from that shot from the first half that hit the bar. My man slices the ball and it just spins and curves. A late curler though, very late curler. Because if it had curled a little earlier, that thing was going in. Hit the bar and I'm like, oof. And I'm sure Tuchel, because shout out Tuchel, he was at the stadium today. I'm sure Tuchel will look and like, my boy James. So, back to the goal. Reece James with a lovely spin. Even I was not expecting that. I was thinking he was going to take the shot because it was a fake shot. And he fakes his man. I think it was Højlund, yeah. Fakes his man and with a lovely spin. And a beautiful cross. And once again, who is in the attacking position? Not an attacking player. Our defensive player, Cucurella. The man jumps in with a lunging header, knocks the ball in, and you could just see that this was going in. And it goes in, and I'm like, relief. And now the goal now is to make sure we do not do anything stupid to concede a goal. Shout out to the boys. They really took their time on the corner flag of Man U. And we tried to stall the game. And yeah, there was this boy. What's his name? Heaven. Where you guys, United, where did you guys get that man from? My man's just trying to pull out injuries right, left, and center. There was this nasty tackle he gave on Malo Gusto. I think he got a card for that, yeah. It was very reckless challenge. Well, I take it he's a kid, so yeah, kids will make kid mistakes. Take note, Bluco. So, we are 1-0 up, and United chasing the game. But my goodness, United, you're bad. They said you were bad. I've watched a couple of games, but not really to the end. But seeing it today, bad. You guys are really bad. And this is why I am not so excited as a Chelsea fan, because I hope you all know that the levels will be higher on the last day, because we will be playing in Nottingham Forest. Forget that they fumbled the bag a little bit, but the standard will be higher. And if we play Nottingham Forest the way we played Manchester United today, I have bad news for you guys. We might not make it. And I am trying my best to not say this, but I will just sneak this in. We keep saying we want Champions League. If they do not do something in the transfer window, trust me, we are just going there to wear our participation badges. Because this quality is not Champions League quality. Anyway, push that aside for another day. I'm happy we won. Because yes, towards the end, we were now just stalling for time. And the Premier League, I don't know what it is with you guys and drama. You gave 7 minutes, which for me, I felt was ludicrous. It was just too much. You want drama. The drama that happened today was the pitch invader today. That was drama. Even I didn't know that there was a pitch invader. I actually thought it was a player. But yeah. So the game finally ends, and here we are at fourth. Things can still go our way. I don't know. I think even if we draw with Nottingham Forest, things can still go our way, but that would mean us relying on someone else to do the job for us. That would be Aston Villa dropping points with Man U, because that's who they play next in their last game. Aston Villa. If Aston Villa drops points when they play Man U, then yes, I think there could be a chance in there. But I prefer it when the ball is in our court. I prefer it when our destiny is in our own hands. Yeah? So do your job, Chelsea. Beat Nottingham Forest and QED. I'm telling you guys, that's just all we need to do. But with that level, we need to up our level. And Maresca, brother, please, please. It's not only about Conference League. Please. The Premier League, the Champions League. Or maybe you're just shaking inside your boots because you feel you're not prepared for Champions League and you low-key just don't want to qualify. Please, take this thing seriously, please. Motivate these boys. Please. Anyway, congratulations, Chelsea. 1 foot in. Let's see if we can carry it across the line on the last day, because that's really what is left for us to do. So, I'll see you guys in another one. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate it. I really, really need the support, guys. Thank you as the channel grows. Have a nice one, and I'll see you guys on another one. Take care. God bless.